Myths about addiction are everywhere. They are whispered in hushed tones and proclaimed from positions of authority. These myths are sticky, clinging to our understanding of this complex disease and preventing us from offering effective help and support. The truth is, addiction is not a moral failing, a lack of willpower, or a choice. It is a disease, one that affects the brain and demands our compassion and understanding. In this exploration of addiction and recovery, we aim to dismantle these harmful myths and reveal the reality of this often misunderstood condition. We'll journey into the science of addiction, revealing the intricate ways it rewires the brain's reward pathways. We'll hear stories of resilience and recovery, proving that hope exists even in the darkest of times. Addiction doesn't discriminate. It can touch the lives of anyone, regardless of their background, profession, or social standing. It is time to move beyond judgment and embrace a compassionate approach to addiction and recovery. By understanding the true nature of addiction, we can begin to dismantle the stigma that surrounds it and create a world where individuals struggling with addiction feel safe, seeking help and support without fear. For far too long, addiction has been painted as a choice, a moral failing, a sign of weakness. This misconception has led to stigma and shame for those affected. This dangerously simplistic view ignores the complex interplay of biology, environment, and experience that contributes to the development of addiction. It is a multifaceted issue that requires a deeper understanding. Addiction is not a choice. It is a disease, one that physically alters the brain and its functions. These changes can be seen in brain scans, highlighting the profound impact on neural pathways. When someone repeatedly uses a substance or engages in a behavior that triggers the release of dopamine, the brain's reward system becomes flooded with this feel-good neurotransmitter. The brain's reward system becomes flooded with this feel-good neurotransmitter, creating a powerful association between the substance or behavior and pleasure. Over time, the brain adapts to the surge of dopamine, reducing its sensitivity and making it harder for the individual to experience pleasure from anything other than the addictive substance or behavior. This leads to a diminished ability to enjoy everyday activities. This adaptation leads to tolerance, meaning the individual needs increasingly larger amounts of the substance or behavior to achieve the same effect. The cycle of addiction becomes more entrenched. As the brain becomes increasingly reliant on the addictive substance or behavior, it loses its ability to regulate impulses and make sound decisions. This loss of control is a hallmark of addiction. This is not a matter of willpower. It is a physical change in the brain's structure and function. These changes can make recovery a challenging journey. Understanding addiction as a disease is crucial to providing effective treatment and support. It shifts the focus from blame to healing. It allows us to approach those struggling with addiction with compassion rather than judgment, recognizing that they are not choosing their condition, but rather battling a complex disease. This compassionate approach can make a significant difference in their recovery journey. Recognizing that they are not choosing their condition, but rather battling a complex disease helps us provide the necessary support and understanding they need to overcome their struggles. One of the most pervasive and dangerous myths surrounding addiction is the idea that individuals must hit rock bottom before they can recover. This myth is not only untrue, but also incredibly harmful, as it discourages individuals from seeking help when they need it most. The belief that one must reach the lowest point can prevent timely intervention. There is no single definition of rock bottom, and waiting for it to arrive can have devastating consequences. Each person's journey with addiction is unique. Recovery can begin at any point in an individual's journey with addiction. it is never too early or too late to seek help. In fact, the earlier someone seeks help, the better their chances of achieving lasting recovery. Early intervention can prevent further harm. Waiting for rock bottom often means allowing the addiction to progress further, potentially leading to more severe consequences, such as job loss, relationship breakdown, financial ruin, or even overdose. These outcomes can be avoided with timely help. Recovery is not about hitting a certain level of despair. It's about making a conscious decision to change. It's about taking control of one's life and making positive choices. It's about recognizing that addiction is negatively impacting one's life and choosing to seek a healthier, more fulfilling path. This realization can be empowering. Waiting for rock bottom only prolongs the suffering and increases the risk of irreversible damage. The sooner help is sought, the better. The moment someone recognizes they have a problem and desires help is the perfect time to reach out for support. There's no need to wait for things to get worse. Recovery is a journey, and it begins with a single step towards healing. Every step taken is a step towards a better future. The myth that overcoming addiction is simply a matter of willpower is deeply ingrained in our societal understanding of this disease. This belief is not only misleading, but also harmful to those who are struggling. This misconception minimizes the complexity of addiction and places undue blame on individuals struggling to break free. It overlooks the multifaceted nature of addiction, which involves a combination of genetic, environmental, and psychological factors. While willpower is undoubtedly a factor in recovery, it is not the only factor, nor is it the most important. Recovery is a journey that requires more than just determination. It requires comprehensive support and treatment. Addiction is not simply a bad habit. It is a chronic, relapsing disease that hijacks the brain's reward system. This makes it incredibly challenging to overcome without proper help. When someone tries to quit an addictive substance or behavior, they experience withdrawal symptoms, both physical and psychological, that can be incredibly intense and difficult to manage. These symptoms can be overwhelming and often require medical intervention. These symptoms can include cravings, anxiety, insomnia, nausea, tremors, and in some cases, seizures. The severity of these symptoms can vary, but they are always challenging to endure. Willpower alone cannot simply wish away these powerful physical and psychological effects. It is unrealistic and unfair to expect someone to overcome such a formidable challenge without adequate support. Recovery requires a multifaceted approach that addresses the biological, psychological, and social aspects of addiction. This holistic approach is essential for long-term success. This may involve medication to manage withdrawal symptoms, therapy to address the underlying causes of addiction, and support groups to provide a sense of community and accountability. Each component plays a crucial role in the recovery process. Believing that quitting is simply a matter of willpower sets individuals up for failure and reinforces feelings of shame and guilt when they inevitably struggle. This mindset can be detrimental to their recovery journey. It is time to abandon this harmful myth and embrace a more compassionate and realistic understanding of addiction and recovery. By doing so, we can better support those who are fighting this difficult battle and help them find the path to healing.